Open the window! Open the window! Open the window!
It's the most awkward video I've ever seen.
Stephanie has a baby. It's pregnant. Yeah, they said they're gonna keep it.
This is the garbanzo bean.
You're a f***ing pinto bean.
Hello. I would like to make an apology video.
Honey, you're not even crying. You have to at least fake cry.
What do you mean?
What are you wiping?
My tears.
Yesterday's taste test has gone terribly wrong.
It's actually like 2 days ago.
It was not premeditated, and I'm very sorry. To keep up the
Couple goes image.
keep the
Best fiance.
image, me and Mr. Sue,
Dad.
Me and Dad.
we're eating pizza for dinner. And because I sent Stephanie to the hospital yesterday,
Hello? Hello?
she is on a Gatorade and coconut water diet for 24 hours to make sure she doesn't feel left out.
Feel loved?
We're gonna make her a mini pizza. Does your dad have anything to say about your unfortunate accident?
He says he has no apology video. He says he has nothing to apologize for. He says I have no fault.
Your dad is canceled. Anyways, we're gonna start off with our dinner.
Why are you starting with your dinner? You should make my dinner.
That's true, that's true.
The challenge here is we can't really communicate because our language barrier. This is a way for us to work on our relationship. We're gonna focus on our love.
For Stephanie?
Hopefully that can overcome our language barrier. We're gonna
So awkward. Is this your first collab?
to start off. We're gonna do a rock paper scissors.
또 가위바위보 해야 되는 거야? Oh my god.
He wants to know what you're gonna do.
Scissors.
He says rock.
Okay. Rock paper scissors shoot. I'm gonna do scissors this time.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Rock.
Rock. Okay. Rock paper scissors shoot.
Oh my god.
One more round. I'm gonna do scissors.
Okay.
Okay. Rock paper scissors shoot.
Relationship goes.
We have little witches.
Whatever.
And we have a little pot for the pizza. Okay?
Have you ever made pizza before?
Never?
처음이야.
Do you like pizza? Do you know how to make pizza? I have pizza dough.
Pizza back.
Pizza bang. We're gonna get started.
Ay, ay, ay.
The first step, we're gonna make crust. If we should do some oil.
It's the most awkward video I've ever seen.
Would you like to do the pizza dough? Mr. Sue is making a...
Ball.
Would you like a thin crust?
Thin.
Why is this so sticky? Beautiful. And now we're gonna put in some...
Sauce.
Yes. How to say
You are a great cook, sir.
just when I say that you put the sauce all over.
Oh god! You guys are such an awkward family reunion.
We need small spoons. Beautiful. 예뻐요.
예뻐.
예뻐 like Stephanie. He doesn't agree.
You.
Stephanie no 예뻐?
예뻐.
He said pretty. What the heck?
Small circle. Small. Stephanie likes extra cheese. Perfect. Wow, your dad is talented. Gordon Ramsay is shaking. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna use chopsticks. I'm gonna show off my chopstick skill to put the cheese on there perfectly. You look like what?
Like your pizza right now.
You look like my pizza?
So I just.
My pizza actually looks better. I'm sorry.
Stop making me laugh. My stomach hurt. Is my dad's silence not killing you slowly inside?
A little bit.
Yeah. That's how I feel when I hang out with your parents. Their silence is killing me. I'm like, they really just hate me.
No, but at the same time, I feel like we're like connecting though. You know, that chemistry is brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful masterpiece. We're gonna bake the pizza in the oven, the big one. The small one, we actually have a special system that we're gonna do. We have this little cauldron and and we're gonna make fire.
Fire. We're gonna make fire.
I'm thinking using wood. So right now we're just breaking down some wooden chopsticks. This is called love. You know, honestly, I'm a little surprised that your dad's keeping up with my boy.
Yeah. He's like not even shutting down your stupid idea.
I know. I'm telling you.
We're really connecting.
No, my dad just likes to foster foster creativity.
Creativity or bullshit?
Bullshit, but we call it creativity in my house, okay?
Right now I'm just breaking down all the woods, make it a little smaller. That way it's easier to catch on fire.
안 될 것 같아.
He said it's not gonna work. I love how you guys are totally. He's like, literally my fiance, this is the best pizza ever seen. My dad goes, I don't even think it'll cook.
I'm throwing in some paper, just to keep the fire going. He's building up a rack of wood. You know those wood that you stack on the side of the fireplace? He's stacking one. He said later on you just throw extra wood in there.
Oh my god, I love it.
Do you want to
made that pizza?
Your dad made it. It was all your dad. Have some belief.
None.
I wonder if these wood will actually light well.
No.
Alright, our big pizza is ready.
Can you rub 2 sticks together?
Yeah, hold on. Watch out for his hand.
I think he wants to sue you.
I know.
He's like, we got 10 shots right here.
Alright.
That's not how you do it. Honey, have you never started up?
Would your dad like to try?
No.
You said no, impossible.
Impossible.
Love.
Okay.
You guys are so
Okay.
weird.
Alright, we need a candle lighter.
You need to move the metal.
Don't do this at home, guys.
We are professional.
Really?
Oh, it died.
We are professional.
This is really dumb. Honey, it smells so bad.
I know.
Just so you guys know, we're all wearing face masks.
Okay, so now what happens, I seen them do is you want to bury the fire, the little sparkle source, and then kind of cultivate it until it becomes a big fire. Or dies.
He said cultivate.
Yeah,
You cultivate the fire.
Cultivate. Put a coat on it.
He said you just put a cracker in it. Oof.
put a cracker in it. Crack is good, huh?
Cracker.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It smells.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
어떻게 알았어?
아니야, 난 크래커는 안 탔어, 아니야.
No. Fire.
Open the window. Open the window. Open the window.
Here, you do this.
We need a fan.
We got a fire situation going on.
I need a fan.
Use this.
Fire is going. Oh my god, there's fire. There's real fire going on, guys. It's working.
Honey, the house smells like death. Nothing's working.
Good job.
No, high five. Ew, it smells so bad. Can you stop cooking?
I hate this. I'm going back to bed.
Is this how they cook in the wild? Gosh, what a struggle. Cracker. Oh, it's hot. Touch it.
Oh.
Oh, it's hot, honey. I think it's cooked. No? I think we're almost done. We're almost done.
Almost done.
Just one more time. Are you hungry? Good, because you can't eat it.
Bye.
You can't eat it. Okay, now we have a board. Woo! It's hot.
Loser.
Now we have the fan on like crazy just to keep the air ventilating. But look at this. Good job.
Good.
High five.
Now we need to get it up, right? Oh. Okay, we're gonna keep it right here.
Okay.
Keep it inside. Looks like it doesn't want to come out, so we're just gonna keep it in there.
The next day.
You know what happened last time? Someone got on the couch, right? Exactly. Big ass pee stains. Remember that, guys? Remember that? Because I do. Okay? I learned my lesson. Did you learn your lesson? Probably not. You're just trying to get up here so you can piss again. I'm just kidding. I love you. Look at how cute he is. Oh my god. I love him so
Come here,
much.
Tiger. Come
No, honey, no. Are you Tiger? Abitz is back, and I don't know if you guys can see this, and I don't really want to brag about it or whatever, but that right there, that's
a bean
growth.
sprout.
No, that's growth, honey. That's growth. It's the growth of knowledge, brain power, brain electrolyte.
This is the garbanzo bean.
Gabanzo bean.
Why do you say it like that. Garbanzo bean.
Garbanzo bean.
Why can't you just say a garbanzo bean?
You gotta say garbanzo bean.
You order a Chipotle burrito bowl. You go, can I get white rice and some garbanzo bean?
Garbanzo bean.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Garbanzo. This is you right now. Garbanzo beans.
Doesn't that feel good?
It kind of does. I have a story time because this is what's going on. I need to give you guys a room update because we redid our bed section of the bedroom. So over there, I don't know if
It's the
you guys...
same thing
No, it's
since,
not.
like, 3 months
It's not
ago.
the same thing because we put in new curtains. Those are the white velvet curtains that we ordered. Originally, we had some like basket weaved gray looking ones that we didn't like. We got the wrong size rods and so we returned those. And then we got this dark blue, dark navy, royal blue velvet curtains because we were like, oh, let's spice it up like my garbanzo bean. And then it didn't work and then we ended up getting the white ones. And I just feel like it seamlessly blends in and it's not just too like protrusive or anything. And so now we also have that. We also have a new blanket cover right there, which is really, really soft. I also don't know if we're gonna keep the doggies playpens in there. She's in there right now because you guys know. Okay, so I did see a lot of comments that were like, I don't like the playpen in the bedroom because it just makes it feel like you don't love your dogs. But we love our dogs. It's just that Mango poops in her sleep. So I don't know how much you love your dog, but I don't love waking up with poop all over me. And it's also not very sanitary. There was this one traumatic moment where I woke up and I turned around. My fiance goes, and I go, I know. She's like, well, sick today. And he goes, you have poop on your back because Mango had dingo belt in her sleep. And then I turned around and I guess I laid on it and I don't know how long I was laying on it. I do want to say, since we're on the road of disclaimers, I have one last disclaimer to say. The last video that you guys watched of me doing the blindfolded taste challenge, when I was editing it, I was heavily drugged up. I was heavily just exhausted and really, really sick. And the fact that I even had to rewatch that footage and edit it and just like, it was disgusting because I got food poisoning from what I did in that footage. It probably made me more sick, honestly. But I was like, you know what? I want to get this video up because I haven't been posting in a while. So I was like editing. And my sick head, I'm like,
This video makes 100% sense.
I'm like, sense? It's all there.
all day. I was so sad because I kept looking at my fiance and I kept going, oh my god, blah blah blah, thinks I clickbaited them. And then he goes, clickbait.
Clickbait.
No, I thought it made sense. Like, oh, I ate all of these things and I got sick from it and I had to go to the emergency room. But I guess it didn't make sense. So here's exactly what happened. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a quick story time. That's gonna bring a lot of, I don't want you guys to send any hate, any just hatred or negativity towards my
China?
fiance. What? To my fiance, because that's not what I want here, you know?
World War 3 up in this house.
I know. My dad and my sister are so mad at you.
What do you mean? Your dad was there.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad at him too. But like, what can I do? I never see him, so I can't be mad at him. So this is what happened. So that night I had all of those foods and I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm becoming a lot more sensitive to like smells and textures. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know. Let me know if you're like this, but I just get more, I feel like these days, if I smell something before I eat it, if the smell, something about it is a tiny bit off, I can't eat it anymore. And I don't know why that's happening. It normally used to never be like that. I feel like back then I used to be able to eat just anything, regardless of the smell or anything. The doctor said to drink pee. It really helps. I'm just kidding. That was a really lame, gross joke. He said I should be extremely gassy and burpy right now. But I
Just
think I'm
today?
handling it with class.
Just today.
I feel like an athlete. And I'm a quarterback and I'm like off to the sides like, what powers your fuel? Gatorade. Ready to get back in, coach? And then just like runs back onto the field.
Loser.
And so that night, I forget, I think it was maybe like 3 hours after the blind taste test, I started to feel really, really woozy. Like I started to feel nauseous and I was thinking, okay, maybe I'm just kind of going through some maybe I was just like too much anxiety and adrenaline to be blindfolded and just like constantly alert that he's just shoving smelly things into my face, right? And so I thought it was kind of like that. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give it about 30 minutes to an hour. It's just kind of cool down and I should be back in business. Didn't end up happening. I ended up going to sleep because in my head, I felt like it's just something that I needed to sleep off, right? I was like, either I try to force myself to like throw up because that's usually what you do when you get food poisoning, right? It's like, cause it's like right there. You know that feeling where you don't want to talk because you think think the minute that you formulate like one full sentence, it's just gonna like projectile come out of your mouth. Like that's what I was feeling, but I didn't want to go through that because I feel like throwing up is so painful and gross, and no one wants to relive the flavors and then like brush your teeth, but it never like tastes any better, right? And so I was like, no, I'm just gonna suppress it and go to sleep, right? And so I knock out, and that night, I'm telling you, I have never experienced pain like this. I have never experienced pain like this. I was laying there and I couldn't even move because of how much pain I was in. I couldn't even move to the point where I couldn't even alert him. I remember I built up all of my energy because my stomach, it felt like Satan himself was grabbing my intestines and wringing it out like a sweaty towel just all night while I was on like a ship in the Bermuda Triangle in the middle of a storm. Just like Satan, Bermuda Triangle, storm, boat ride. Not a good mix. I couldn't even move the blanket off of me because I just couldn't move and I don't know what was happening. And so finally, I built up the courage because I fell asleep on the couch and he fell asleep on the couch like right here, right? He was laying down here, so our feet were kind of touching each other, right? I built up all the courage, right? I couldn't even talk. I built up all my strength to give you one good kick. You didn't wake up. No. And so then I was like, okay, you just have to build up more strength, more strength. And that happened for the next 4 hours. And then finally, I woke him up by screaming, babe, babe, babe. And I was screaming at him so loudly. He woke up and I was like, I'm about to throw up. And so he wakes up and he goes, no. And by the way, you speak Mandarin in your dreams.
No.
I know this.
No.
Because you immediately when you wake up, you always speak Mandarin.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
And then I always say, what'd you just say? And then you always go, I said. And then you repeat it in English. And I'm like,
said what I said.
I said what I said and I meant what I meant. So then I finally wake him up and I'm like, I need to throw up, right? And so I go into the restroom and then, no, we texted my sister because she's a pharmacist and my dad texted her.
AKA doctors.
AKA doctor, okay? And so my dad texted the doctor in his house, right? And the doctor in his house texted us back saying, very, very great information, get Pepto-Bismol. And so I postmated.
What did your dad say?
Yeah, he go Pepto-Bismol. And so I postmated Pepto-Bismol, right? And then at one point I was like yelling at him because he wouldn't do shit. I am about to throw up on your couch, okay? I don't care. He gets up, gets me some trash bags, and like I'm so angry at him. I start yelling at him because I'm like, I told you I didn't want to eat chicken feet, and I'm so mad, right? And then all of a sudden he gets up and he goes, hold on, and he takes a trash bag to the bathroom, and all I hear is, I go,
Oh, what are you doing?
and he goes, I think I'm sick. And he gets back and I'm like, okay, I need to go to the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom. I had 2 shots of Pepto-Bismol. I know, wild night. And then I threw up. Oh my gosh.
Okay, we can skip that part.
Really? I really want to tell them that part. A noodle came out of my nose.
Noodle came out of my nose.
I mean, tell us what flavor? How long was it?
my God.
What was the texture?
Does it get a noodle pool?
I think
You got a noodle pool out of your nose?
I didn't know my nose could do something like that.
Okay, I think everybody's gonna throw up.
I blew my nose, right? And then obviously I looked at it and that's how I knew that a noodle came out. No. Okay, sorry, come back. Sorry.
I gotta go.
No, come back. Why this is embarrassing is because you're a looker. You look at what's going on. That's a sign of, is your body okay? And so I looked and I immediately went like this because I didn't want the person sitting next to me to look, which is my fiance. And so I go like this and I look at my fiance and he goes, it's okay. It's okay. See the alarm in his eyes. His eyes were just like, it's okay.
It's okay.
She's gonna die. It's okay.
What a beast.
Usually after food poisoning, when you throw up, you're fine, right? So I'm like, okay, finally everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna brush my teeth and I'm gonna sleep. And so I brush my teeth. Now at this point, it's like 10 in the morning, okay? I brush my teeth. It's been a long night. I get into bed and I just keep waking up yelling at him. Because I had that like random, it almost felt like a contraction. I can't go to sleep. I feel like I'm in some Russian sleep experiment because all I want to do is sleep, but my stomach keeps waking me up. And so I throw up again. And finally, I'm like, wow, I threw up a lot this time. So this must mean that I'm over it. I'm done with food poisoning. And so I start knocking out on the bed. And again, I just keep yelling. Like I keep waking myself up from the pain because I'm in so much pain. So finally, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I need to go to an urgent care. And so we head over to the urgent care. care, and they were actually really good about it. They were like probably the best urgent care that I've ever been to. Usually, like even emergency rooms weren't this good. They usually just are like, well, just like pass that time. Here's the medicine, right? But he was like pretty into it, like trying to get like all the symptoms, blah 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 blah. What was happening? Oh my gosh, and it was so embarrassing. In the car, we had the windows down because the smell of the car was even making me nauseous for some reason. We're stopped at a light. There's a lot of people walking by, and I get a stomach cramp, and I can see these people outside, right? And I just start screaming, ow! Because I was in so much pain and I couldn't not scream. And my fiance looks at me. He looks at the people outside. The people all look at me. They look at my fiance, and he just, and we just wait for the green light. And I'm just like, ow! And we get to the urgent care, and come to find out, he just said, you know, some people can digest chicken feet and some people can't.
Yep.
And I'm just the one that can't. And so he prescribed a bunch of meds, and he put me on a Gatorade diet for 48 hours. And so I didn't eat anything for 48 hours. I eased back into it today, but it was really bad. That's probably the worst pain I've ever been in. What do you have to say for yourself, sir?
I'm sorry. I thought I already made an apology video.
Oh yeah, and then I didn't eat his pizza because I don't trust you anymore. I know that there's cyanide somewhere in this house right now.
That pizza, I wouldn't eat it either.
Why, it was that bad, the smoke? I was so tired last night, I don't even remember. I just remember there was so much smoke.
That smoke was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
I don't think so.
That was really cool. I think your dad had a lot of fun.
He said it failed. Well, he went around and told everybody that you poisoned me. And then we pranked them, saying that I was pregnant. So I get back, and my fiance's driving, and he opens the door, and my dad at this point, he was super worried. Like, he almost thought that it wasn't food poisoning. He thought it was something else, like something's wrong with my digestive system. You know, maybe it's kidney failure, blah, 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 blah. And so we pull up, and my fiance gets out of the car, and he goes, I'm so sorry. And my dad goes, huh? And then he goes, Stephanie has a baby. Stephanie is pregnant. Baby, right? And then my dad goes, oh! And he rushes over to the passenger side, opens the door, and he goes, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? Are you okay? What is he talking about?
He didn't ask you about baby?
No, he's asking me, like, what is he talking about? Like, is he for real, right? Because, like, I heard everything. And then I just couldn't hold it anymore, right? And so he goes, he's lying. I don't have a baby. I got food poisoning. And so then we come back inside, and my mom, he was calling my mom, and he was going to tell her that I had food poisoning. And then my fiance and I are like, tell her that I'm pregnant. And I thought that my dad was just gonna keep it as short and sweet and simple like us, just, she's pregnant, haha, JK, right? But my dad seriously goes, she's pregnant. Yeah, they said they're gonna keep it. I mean, I guess one of us just has to move here and take care of the kid. And then I hear my mom, like, very seriously, like, I mean, how did she not know? Like, how long? And then she goes, I mean, I think it's been a month. She's been pregnant for a month. I mean, she thought she was sick. I mean, I guess she had morning sickness, and she thought it was a stomach ache. But yeah, she's pregnant. And then my mom's like quiet, and she goes, well, are they okay? Are they happy? And then my dad's like, yeah, I mean, they want the baby. And then my mom's like, wow, what do we do? What do we do? And my dad goes, I don't know. Do you want to talk to her? And I'm like, oh my God.
So they seem like they are not happy, right? They seem very serious.
Yeah.
And stressed.
Yeah. Yeah. And I could tell that my mom was stressed because the way she said congrats to me on the phone.
Really?
Was a very tense congrats.
But isn't like on those like YouTube where they call their mom, I'm pregnant, and all their parents are like, oh my God, really? And then they start crying and
yeah,
all
probably
that.
they've already been married and had a wedding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know?
Is that why?
Yeah, like I feel like my mom would have that reaction if I told her, we're having a wedding!
He's like, how many months?
In 4 months!
Oh, are they happy?
Yeah. But yeah, my dad went in on that joke. He had no mercy. He went so hard that I think my mom is really stressed out right now. Yeah, I didn't know he was gonna be such a savage. I didn't know my dad was a full-on YouTube prankster.
What are you talking about? He just shoved that told you all that food. He made sure that you ate all those food.
You did too. Why doesn't this move as my head moves?
Part of your head.
It doesn't move.
It's garbanzo beans.
It's a garbanzo bean.
It's a garbanzo bean sprout.
It's a garbanzo bean sprout. So that's gonna be it for today's video, beats. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Sorry for today's shit-ass video.
My apology video?
If we shit, you're canceled.
No, your dad's canceled.
You're canceled.
Your dad's
You can't just cancel my dad.
Fine, you're canceled.
For what? For being sick?
Yeah,
For getting poisoned by my fiance?
you're canceled.
You're a Pinto bean.
You should change.
Your brain is a pinto beans.
You should change your name to Miss Garbanzo Bean Sprout.
Nobody's gonna put respect on a name like that.
Respect on Miss Garbanzo Bean Sprout.
Garbanzo beans. And we out. And we out. I'll be back tomorrow with a normal vlog. Sorry.